So I thought that the naughty schoolgirl outfit was like the 90's, and that in today's world we realise that that is absolutely not acceptable. But somebody sent me a screenshot of a Twitter account that are promoting this as something that is acceptable, and I think we should go through it together. Okay, so you're never actually gonna believe this. I was surprised, but now I'm thinking, should I be surprised? With this screenshot that somebody sent me of a Twitter account called School Uniform. Like, the naughty schoolgirl outfit was, I thought, back in the 90's, and I just thought it would just not even live any kind of life in today's society. Let's just take the label again. Naughty schoolgirl outfit. Like, it's just completely unacceptable. Now, this screenshot that somebody has sent me of a Twitter account, let's look at that for a moment so you can understand what I'm saying. So, it is called School Uniform. It's called School at the tag is at School Uniform 18. Is that a plus there? No. At School Uniform 18. And the caption reads, posting sexy school uniform pictures. DM me if you want your submissions or want anything deleted. Pics are not mine. If you don't like what you see, just ignore it. I mean, of course, the first thing I want to say is, how are these accounts not being found and shut down? People are getting cancelled left, right and centre these days. We know that there's a common phrase that is now established called cancel culture, and apparently that's what we're living in right now. So how is this account even living? There's no argument that it's morally correct in any way. When you are at school, you are a minor. Yeah? Anybody that's in school, here in the UK, anybody that's at school is a minor, because school is up until 16 years old, and the age of consent for sex is 16 and above here in the UK. That's the laws here in the UK. I know in America it's 18. I don't know what America calls school and what America calls college. I don't know what their terminology is. However, we understand the school uniform to be associated with minors. And here we have an account with 14.4 thousand followers. That is astronomical amount of followers. But the scary thing is this is an account that's allowed to live in the public sphere. Imagine all the accounts that are on the dark web, or the hidden accounts that we don't see, and how they are flourishing with followers. Let's take a look at the picture again. Let's take a look at the pinned tweet, meaning the one that always appears at the start of the newsfeed of that particular account. We have, who's gonna be daddy's girl for tonight? And then a picture of 6 young looking girls. I'm not saying that they're underage, right? I'm not saying that, because that's not for me to claim. But 6 young looking girls in naughty schoolgirl outfits. It's like this page is saying, send us your pictures. We're okay with this. We've got many followers. And actually, look, you can see on the image again. Let's just pull up the image again quickly. That it's followed by, and you've got these people who are happy to follow this account and put their face to it, because actually they may claim that they're not doing anything illegal. A naughty schoolgirl outfit is actually not illegal. So in the eyes of the law, they are well within their right to follow this page. The people who have created this page are well within their right to have created this page. But I want to talk about the morality of it, and the frustration that I feel that this is just a normal thing. I remember back in the day, and at the start of this video I said the 90s, didn't I? There's a reason why I said the 90s, which we'll get into in a moment. But let's take when I was at school, which was, I left school in 2002. Okay, so a naughty schoolgirl outfit was was a known thing. I'm sure I remember companies like Ann Summers, which is a sex shop here in the UK. I think there's a better terminology for it, but I'm not trying to shoot the company down for the shop that they have. However, I am pretty sure that back in the day they used to have naughty schoolgirl outfits that they were selling in their stores. Are they still doing that now? I'm not sure. Should we have a search for it? I'm not sure. Why wouldn't I want to have a search for it? Because I don't actually want to go on my computer that is linked to all of my accounts, my Gmail, my maps, my phone, and type in naughty schoolgirl outfit on Ann Summers' website. I don't want to do that. I wish I could for research purposes, but I don't want that stuff linked to my name. Of course I don't. So I'm sure that they were selling that type of outfit before. And for anybody that's buying that outfit, it's being used for a purpose that we could call immoral. I'm facing so many barriers in my head here. I'm facing so many barriers. You can feel, I hope you can see the resistance that I'm feeling, because I understand that what people do in their own sex life is their business as long as it's consensual. But there is definitely issues around the naughty schoolgirl outfit being used, because you are portraying a minor. However you want to look at it, the role that outfit is playing in a sexual interaction is posing as a minor. That's just stopped me in my tracks completely, because I just don't know where to go with that. Do you start policing? Do you start policing what people are doing behind closed doors when it's consensual in a relationship or in a partnership? Anyway, let's keep moving with what we're talking about on that video, because that stumped me there. Okay. In the 90s, maybe the 2000s, I'm not sure what that terminology is, Britney Spears released a video called Hit Me Baby One More Time. And it was what I believe was her first hit that made her massive. I did check it out on YouTube, and I wanted to play parts of it, but I can't, because it will put a copyright on this video and we won't be able to post it. So I'm not even gonna. I was then thinking about putting images, searching images on Google, which actually, let's do that, because I think that's going to be allowed. Okay, let's do that. Britney Spears, Hit Me Baby One More Time. Okay, now if I go to the images of that, you can see that her video was recorded of her in a school. She's wearing a school uniform. Her dancers in the background are wearing a school uniform. They're in the locker area. They're in the classroom area. And that was allowed in those days. Nobody batted an eyelid at that. But actually, I was actually a kid when that came out. That came out in... Let's see when that came out. Release date, 1998. I was 13 then. So maybe all the adults, when that came out, had a problem with this. But maybe they didn't, because it obviously never got pulled off the internet. And this has hundreds of millions of copies sold. Look at these images, by the way, of how they marketed Britney Spears. Do you think that would be allowed? I mean, just have a look. Let's scroll a little. Look how they marketed her. I honestly don't think that would be allowed in today. I don't think that would be allowed today. Or maybe I am so naive to think that that young pop stars aren't being marketed in this very sexualized way today. In fact, I'm going to say that I probably am being very naive. It's just the fact that I haven't got my ear to, or my eye to what's happening today, because I don't follow these types of things. For anybody that is following these younger pop stars, and for anybody that does have teenage children does have teenage children, I wonder if you see that your children are following younger pop stars that are hugely sexualized. I mean, for me, these images look hugely sexualized, right? And that's the way those photos have been taken. And yeah, I suppose when you see music videos today, that they are what would be considered soft porn 20 years ago, and they make it onto music channels. They make it onto music channels like that are available all day. It's not even like there's got a curfew on them. The whole twerking thing is heavily is a sexualized. Could we say? I must always remember not to keep claiming things that I don't know. Okay, and I apologise if I do that, because I don't know the facts. Right? I'm just trying to let you into what I've got in my head. And let's take twerking as an example. It's heavily. I says that's kind of a very sexual movement, right? And it became a phenomenon. I can't say that word. It became a massive thing. Everybody knows what it is. It's in a lot of music videos that are available for young teenagers and even younger people to watch all the time. And it's their idols that are doing this. And then we start to become so frustrated with what is going on in the world today around these topics. Let's wheel it all the way back to how I started this video, because I have gone off on a massive tangent. When I do these videos, I'm always in two minds here, whether I allow myself to let the conversation go where it wants to go, or I stick to the topic of what initiated this video in the first place. What initiated this video in the first place was the picture that I've been sent of that Twitter account. But I don't actually plan these videos, okay? I don't actually sit down and structure them and write bullet points. And some people have expressed that I probably should do that because they want, for reasons that they find would increase the viewing experience. But for me, I'm like, just let it move. You know, let it go over here, let it go over there. If I absolutely miss the point, or I don't actually capitalize on the point that I'm trying to make, does it really matter? As long as we've opened up doors for thought, then we're doing a good thing, I feel, anyway. So the picture that I got sent of the screenshot from Twitter, I am now talking on my social media platforms more and more about these giant platforms like Instagram and Facebook and Twitter not monitoring their platforms more closely. I would love to see them held accountable for the endless crimes that are going on their private messaging services, their platforms. I would love to see them be held accountable for accounts like this being shut down because we don't consider them as morally correct. I want to see that happen, okay? We've got a lot of catch up here to do, I feel. One of the examples that I gave or talked about on a recent post on my Instagram was if there was a workplace, right? Take any workplace, a bank, an office of any sort, a sports club, a school, a college, any type of organisation, and an adult messaged or contacted or approached a minor in an indecent way. Let's take a teacher on a pupil. Let's take a worker on an apprentice. Let's take any other type of example you want to use. That organisation, once that had been found out, would be investigated and shut down immediately. People would be sacked. There would be an audit. We hope that this would happen, by the way. And we would be on that organisation immediately. But when we very much know that there are countless adults messaging minors on these platforms, we know that for sure it's happening every day, then we accept it as something that just happens. We don't go for these big companies. I'd like to see that changed. I'd like to see things like this what we're talking about on this video changed. Because I don't think, when I see things like this school uniform account, and let's just pull up that picture again just so that we can remind ourselves here. 1 second. Okay. When we see this picture, it's sad because we're not moving anywhere. We're not moving anywhere. Would those 14.4 thousand followers be proud to say that they follow that? Would they be like, yeah, I follow that, and what? Or would they be ashamed that they follow that? Are people running with fake profiles so that they can follow these types of things? Are the young girls that are submitting their pictures into this account, what is their motive? Now, that's an interesting point, because I believe that their motive is that they will get some exposure on their own accounts for this, possibly. Because if you've got 14.4 thousand followers on this account, you post your picture and you get your name written in it, you get credited for it, then all of those people are going to come to your account, and then you're going to increase followers. And we all know that young people, how many followers they've got is such a massive thing. It's such a massive thing. Okay, we got to 20 minutes. I want to call it a day. I just feel like I didn't really address the topic. I feel like this video didn't go so well. I feel like I've come off on too many tangents, and now I feel a little frustrated about it. Should I actually stop the video and redo it? I'm very tempted to do that, but I'm not going to do that because I'm trying to improve and get better at doing these videos. Maybe I come off of too many tangents. I'm going to rewatch it when I post it. I hope you are okay with it. I hope that it was a bit interesting for you as well. I'm doing myself in now, aren't I? A little bit. Okay, let's just move here. Thank you for watching. I would be interested to hear what you think about this account, and what you think, if we are progressing in good ways or bad ways on things like social media platforms. Thank you so much, and see you again for the next video.